Welcome to Good Bites. This month, we're proud to have Hans Sauter, Corporate Sustainability Officer and SVP of R&D at Del Monte Fresh Produce on the show. Welcome to the show, Hans.
Thank you, Jessica. Very honored to be here.
As an agricultural company, you more than most organizations are actually seeing the impacts of climate change on the ground, on your farms. How is what you're seeing changing the way that you're growing fresh produce?
We are definitely seeing those impacts every year, more frequently and more severely. Humankind and agricultural operations have always been subjected to dramatic impacts from climate, but those impacts are coming in more frequently and in more devastating shapes and forms nowadays. 2 years ago, we were hit by two consecutive tropical storms that flooded our operations in Guatemala and also hit banana operations in Honduras, devastating the industry. It is definitely affecting the way we are able to farm.
I think it's so interesting, this kind of dual role that you're playing at Del Monte, leading sustainability, but at the same time, driving R&D, because we really do need innovation to help solve some of these problems that you just identified. Are there any examples you can share of what you're working on in the innovation space to address some of these challenges?
Yes, indeed. Tagging along the question of climate change and how some of our crops are being affected, we have seen in the last 20 years how Fusarium tropical race 4 of bananas have spread throughout Asia and now appearing in Latin America and South America, specifically Colombia and recently in Peru. And the impact of that disease is devastating. And so we set out to work on a collaborative project to develop a resistant banana and hope to have in the next 4 or 5 years a variety that will be resistant to this dreaded disease.
And we as the consumer have no idea, right? Everyone goes to the store and just expects to always find, bananas are such a staple in so many of our diets that, I feel very grateful that companies like Del Monte are so focused on addressing these challenges head on. Why, from your perspective, is it so important to invest time and money in research on new technologies to help crops keep pace with a changing environment?
It's part of our DNA to innovate in those crops that we are actively involved with. We started 30 or more years ago with the Del Monte Gold pineapple, which revolutionized the pineapple sector with a variety that was high in vitamin C and had a totally different flavor. And today, basically, it's the one pineapple that is commercialized on a global basis. But it took us 30 years to come up with that variety. And we engaged again 15 years ago in coming up with a new pineapple variety, this time a pink pineapple, the Pinklo. And because we know increasing plant-based foods in human diet is definitely not about just talking about it, but making it more exciting, making it more fun, and you can only do that if you invest and you innovate in plant varieties.
As you and your organization look toward the future, how does Del Monte plan to utilize innovative technology to deliver the nutritious food sustainably to this growing population?
We definitely believe that science needs to be taken into account, needs to play a significant role in this transformation. Feeding a global population of 10 billion people will take the best of us, and we cannot afford continue sacrificing precious natural resources, forests that are so important today to mitigate climate change, to sequester carbon. We need to bring in science.
Hans, thank you so much for joining us today. I learned a lot. I'm sure those, viewing this are also learning so much too. Everyone, please feel free to share this episode, and we hope to see you next time. Hans, thank you again.
Thank you. My pleasure, Jessica.